What is up, fellow experiencers? KV here, and I am back in Wizard101 on my Storm Wizard, who is currently level 60. And we are back here in Celestia, and we are going to continue with the main quest. And just to show what's in our quest book, it's some books that we need to do, something in Winter Tusk apparently, and then fishing, which is just side content, and then yeah, side quests. Anyways.
You wouldn't listen to reason at all? How troubling. You have proven yourself a true ally, and the Emperor will be pleased at what you have done. You should speak to your strange friend Sir Thurston Plunkett to learn more of our people and how great our empire is.
So we got this Spellemint Stormlord, which I haven't really talked about Spellemint. I know people already know what Spellemints are, and just to quickly, I guess, go over it, is that each spell, or sorry, I shouldn't say each spell. Some of the spells that we have the ability to get upgraded, and I don't think I've ever shown this in a video, so I'll briefly go over it. I've actually lost a lot of Spellemints from previous quests that I've already done in series because they didn't exist back then. But essentially, what will happen is that once we get enough Spellemints, we get to unlock a different tier, per se, of that spell. And there's different ways that you could build it. One being more damage, as you see the top layer. Instead of it being 105 through 145, it does a base of 120 through 150, and so on and so forth as it goes up. And then the other one, I believe, will be more PvP focused, where it gives different kind of charms or shields or stuff that will help you in a PvP environment, which I don't do PvP, so a lot of the new icons, I don't really know what they are. But besides that, gaining these Spellemints, I believe there's some bosses that you could farm them. There's some packs in the crown shop, this and that. And yeah, there's a few Spellemints that I have. And also, for example, I have one for Minotaur, which is a myth skull. And I believe if I get enough Minotaurs to unlock the first tier... Oh, you must learn Minotaur before you can unlock. Okay, never mind. That's a bad example. But there's some that, like, for the lower master spells, for example, if we get enough, I believe we could just unlock it that way instead of crafting it or farming lower master, which, yeah. Anyways, that's kind of a long explanation, but you get the idea. Anyways, let's get back to crafting, or not crafting. Let's get back to the main quest here. And hello.
So good of you to aid these crustaceans, poor souls. They're not much when it comes to empire building, but they do try. Still, though, a darker power is at work, greater than any threat this world has seen. I fear that Morganth has returned.
Morganth. And I'm not entirely sure if that's the first time we hear her name, but yeah, Morganth. We're getting into that storyline.
Before the cataclysm, she was refused Celestia's magic. But now I fear we have inadvertently opened the door to her. We haven't much time. She must be stopped before she claims the secrets of astral magic and seizes control of the spiral. You must get to the bottom of this revolt. I feel the Pisceans and the Lothians are her dupes. Go into their city if you can. You should try to pay honor to their emperor over there. Let him make some proclamations and feel important, will you?
Okay. And, I actually don't know how much XP that I will need. Oh, we will get a level up after this.
Greetings, the surface dweller. I am the leader of the Crustacean Empire, the mightiest empire to have ever existed. We have been betrayed from within. The Pisceans and Lothians were once our loyal allies. Now they have turned against us. As an emperor, I could order you to aid us, but I will humbly ask this favor. Would you speak to Senator Xanthus in the Senatorium and see what aid you might grant to our great empire? The Pisceans and the Lothians have seized parts of our great capital city, which we made completely by ourselves. Someone must be behind this. Emperor Pontus, leader of the Crustacean Empire, has spoken. As it is said, so shall it be done.
Okay, and let me just quickly look at this. Oh, never mind. I thought so. I was like, that's 11, isn't it? Dyslexia strikes again. Alright. So we actually are not going to level up after this quest, but that's kind of besides the point, because we don't really care too much, because we are level 60, and that was already a huge power upgrade for us. So, anyways, I don't know if I should have marked that location back there, but we're just going to go ahead and... I don't know if this is actually the first time we've been here. Oh, there was a teleporter I guess I could have took as well. But yeah, we're just seeing the map. Cause it's definitely been a while since I've been here to Celestia and done all this, so sure, why not? We get to do a little bit map exploration as we are continuing the quest here. But yeah, this is the teleport that I could have probably got to. No, never mind. I'm completely going the wrong way. I'm so confused on where are we going. But since we have a little bit of time on our travels, I actually saw that before I entered the game, there's a queue to enter the game. And I don't know about you, but I've never seen a queue inside Wizard101. Don't get me wrong, I've seen it in other games, but yeah, I've never seen it in Wizards, which is just insane to me. I think everyone's just excited that I'm back to playing Wizards, and they wanted to also play with me. Yeah, that's what it is, right? Not because of some new world like Darkmoor. That's insane. That doesn't exist. Anyways.
Oh, good. So the Emperor finally decided to do something about this mess. The Lothians are the most unpredictable of the forces at work against our people, but they have a curious weakness. The smell of a certain type of sea mold full of vitamins makes you powerful when you eat it. It would be a big help if you could gather some of this sea mold to help us in our fight against the Lothians.
Alright, so let's go ahead and... Oh, we got some more spell elements. Okay, so the quests are starting to give us spell elements, which, like I said, in the past, it would have gave us some weaker spell elements. But yeah. Okay, so let's see where this moss is. Okay, for some reason, it doesn't even show on my map. Am I... Oh, is that one back there? Am I tripping? I am tripping. Okay. Good old classic collect quest. Which I am a bit confused. Alright, so the sea moss actually looks like this little... Oh, I don't want to say what it looks like. But, yeah, this is what we need to go ahead and collect. For some reason, it doesn't show on the map, which is kind of interesting. Because most of the time we do a collect quest, it does show on the map. I don't know if it's because there might be a little bit of lags to the server. But, yeah. I know I saw a few hanging around. They're very small to actually see. Oh, didn't want to pick... Well, I did want to pick up the kelp, but not in that instance. So yeah, there was 2 right there. Let's see if we could just go... There you go. Another one right here. And we need 1 more. Which I am not seeing here. Oh, there it is. And there's a shop back here. A jewel and recipe vendor. So I haven't really gone over jewels, but it's just essentially things that we could put on equipment as we get further through the story of, you know, Wizards. We'll get gear that actually has jewel slots. I believe the only thing I have right now is my pet and maybe my deck. So I'm just going to go ahead and ignore that. But, oh, never mind. I have it on my, what is this? I don't know what this is. My Athemes? But yeah, I probably won't spend too much time trying to worry about those. Why is this thing jumping so fast? But yeah, it is cool that it is there. Anyways, let's go back to the quest.
That's just what we need! The Pisceans have long kept the Lothians in check by using carved shell horns. The sound of them frightens the Lothians. If we could get some of those Piscean shell horns, we could use them to weaken the resolve of the Lothian thugs. Can you do that for us? Can you go to the crustacean halls and get some shell horns from the Pisceans there?
Okay, so... Oh. Weird, the server is definitely struggling. So, where are we? Oh, we're supposed to go down here. Let's see if we could teleport to... Oh, no. Okay, perfect. So we're gonna need to go up here, it looks like. Is this... Oh. Okay, that was actually not where we were supposed to go. Okay. So if we head over here, it should be the right side over here. Okay. Sometimes the map, the doodles kind of confuse me. I'm going to base where this is and not where the arrow's taking me. Okay, see? Alright. So before we start, I think we're going to actually want to edit the deck, maybe? To something like that. I'm not entirely sure what we're going to need. Let's try that. They are myths, so they might actually do a storm shield. But let's just see what happens. And they should have a lot more health. Oh, never mind. Could I just one-shot them? Alright, let's try. One-shotting them. A crit without a block, that's pretty good. Even without a crit, it would have eliminated them, which is very nice. It's gonna tell me that my backbase is sold. What is this? A Celestian Cinder set. So there's gear sets in Celestia now. I don't know if that was added somewhat recently, but I'm guessing that's what Gamma is gonna tell us right here. So let's see what he has to say.
Oh, this piece of gear is part of a set. Equip multiple pieces of the same set to gain special bonuses.
Now, I'm curious, does it tell us what bonuses we get? So, okay, that's actually not what I want to see. Yeah, it doesn't show, so it's just showing me, like, if I put that on, what it changes, but I obviously can't put it on because it's a fire skull. But I can't see, like, how much pieces I need for this set. Yeah. Also, there's a new button, which is the recycling bin. I don't know what that's about, but let's go ahead and teleport back.
Those will certainly make a difference. Time to strike while the iron is hot. The leader of the Lothians is named Glauco. He's hiding out in the Senate chamber. I've sent word along that we have a wizard who is going to trounce him. Eat that sea mold and wait for the effects to kick in.
You eat the sea mold. It smells terrible and you feel a little sick. And now you feel a lot sick.
Great! I can see from your face that you're ready to rumble. My men will sound the shell horns to announce you're on your way.
All right, so let's go ahead and do this. I don't actually know if we're gonna need like a single attack because I don't know how much health they're gonna have. The one thing that I don't want to happen is to go into a fight thinking that I'm too like overpowered and then not having enough cards inside my deck to actually eliminate the boss. So with that being said, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and throw.
Hey, what's that smell? I hear some puny little wizard from the surface is gonna defeat me. Let's see him try.
So I'm gonna go ahead and throw in a Leviathan and a Triton, and we'll go from there. Also, if anybody is wondering about the treasure cards, I have just tower shields. I don't know what this button is. Fusion formulate? That's a new thing, actually. I'm guessing it's combine this card and this card to make this card, blah, blah, blah. Which is probably spell weaving, which I haven't got into or talked about at all. So I'm just going to go ahead and ignore that. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump into this fight. And how much HP do you have? Okay, you have 3,000. Oh, you have 4,000. Okay. So let's throw... let's actually... Oh, he's a myth. Okay, let's try blading up. And we hope and pray that he doesn't do a storm shield. Because if he does... then our damage is going to be completely wrecked. And for some reason, he gave a myth shield, or sorry, a myth blade to the balance guy. Alright, so we need to wait an additional turn. So let's go ahead and put this on Trident, I think. Alright, so let's get our blade from our pets. And, okay, perfect. He's not doing a shield. He's going to do an attack. Is this the one that hits twice? Or is that Minotaur? I kind of forget all the spells, to be completely honest. Alright, so that's once. Okay, it only hits once. Alright, here we go. We do a Stormlord. I believe my accuracy is actually 22. So what, I have a 92% accuracy. And okay, that was overkill, but we got her done. Good.
Oh, you got the wrong guy. I was set up by the Shadow Weavers. They was calling the shots. I was just a patsy.
Okay. And is this... Okay. I thought maybe that was like the books we're supposed to be collecting throughout like each world. Because I don't think I've picked up a single side quest here in Celestia. Because I'm not doing the side quest apparently. Like I said, the old way that I did videos was very weird. And yeah. Anyways, with that being said, oh, we have to go back all the way over there. Hello.
So the Shadow Weavers were responsible. It's as I expected. The entrance to the Solarium is within the Barbican, the capital of the Crustacean Empire. The secret to the Astral School of Sun Magic is within the Solarium and must be kept from Morganth at all costs. If the Lothians are working with the Shadow Weavers, that means that Morganth can't be far behind them. You must go to the Solarium and recover the Son of Celestia before she takes it for herself. The Crustaceans haven't let me enter the Barbican. Maybe Nestor will tell you how to get in and pass the Pisceans.
Alright, so we're getting some Unstoppable cards, which gives us accuracy and pierce, and then more Stormlord Spellements, which I'm curious on how much Stormlord Spellements I actually have. 6. 6 is the answer to that question. Anyways, let's go ahead and head on back and speak to Nestor, which is... Oh, wait, where did I go? Where am I? Oh, is this the other side? Oh, okay. That's why the map confused me the first time, because we're in like a secret entrance, I guess. I don't know. But... Or exit? Wait. Now I'm actually getting more confused. Okay, I went the right way. Okay, that's so... The map is so weird. Anyways, Here's Nestor.
The Barbican has been taken by the Piscean guards when they seized control of our government. Now we're locked out. If you want to find a way in, you'll have to find out how. Maybe the Pisceans will tell you.
The Pisceans confess that they've been locked out themselves. A group of strange pirates has taken the Barbican.
Alright, so after defeating them, we have to go ahead and defeat the Sea Booter. So let's go ahead and head on over there. Oh, there's their Tempest set. The Celestian Tempest set, which is the Storm one. Like I said, I don't know how the sets work, so yeah. I also don't think that anything is better than Waterworks gear at this level until we get to Darkmoor, right? Which is level 100. Again, I actually don't keep up with everything too much, but yeah. And I'm talking about Darkmoor the dungeons, because the joke that I made earlier is that Darkmoor is actually like a new world. I believe currently it's in a test run right now, but it will be a world that gets released soon. But yeah, not talking too much about the future.
This pirate doesn't know much. He tells you to talk to his leader, Lieutenant Defoe.
Okay, let's get out of the battle area. And let's go speak to the lieutenant. Hello.
Who be ye, and how'd you get through me men? From the looks of you, you're seeking a way into the Barbican, am I right? I am Lieutenant Defoe of the good ship Calypso, a pirate vessel sunk in times ago within these very waters. We're pleased to help you get where you needs to be, if you can lend us a hand in return. The Pisceans and their lackeys, the Lothians, have been giving us a wee spot of trouble as of late. Could you gather for us the power motes from some downstellar protectors? We have need of them.
Alright, we're gonna go ahead and mark that, and basically we're gonna go collect these guys, which are pretty easy to spot compared to the moss that we had to spot earlier. So yeah, let's go ahead and head on over there. What is this? Is this just part of the map? I don't like how that chest is just open, like, hey, come pick me up, I got gold. It's a lie, you don't have gold, you don't have anything for me. But yeah, let's go ahead and go around the map here and see if we can find any more of these bots to pick up. And actually, that was an enemy that wasn't there originally. Okay, there's another one over here. And honestly, I know that I could just change realms to pick these up a little bit faster. Hey, look, a lizard. But yeah, also I was talking about how there was a queue for the game, and it's interesting because if you look at the realms, the other realms were perfectly like fine. Their only realms are like the main ones, so I don't really understand like why there was a queue if the other realms are able to like hold us still. Anyways, wasn't there a thing right here? Am I blind? I could have sworn I just saw one. Okay, whatever. This one already respawned. But yeah, I'm curious on maybe like there's a new like big streamer streaming the game or something. I don't know why there was a queue, because it doesn't make sense for the test round for the main game to have a queue, right? Anyways, we're just gonna teleport back so we don't get into a battle by accident.
Ah, just what the doctor ordered. These power motes will make fine cannonballs for when it comes to broadsides. When we first were stranded down here, the crustaceans struck deep into our hearts. They took our treasure. They claim they'd destroy our gold if we made a move on them, so we're stymied. It's been peaceful ever since, but from the sound of things, now they're in need of help from the crew of the Calypso. If we can get our treasure back from the crustaceans, we'll happily lend our swords to their cause.
Alright, so we need to go ahead and speak to the senator again.
The treasure of the Calypso? Oh my, the Lothians took that a while ago. They hid it somewhere and courted the map that showed where it was buried. Each of the pieces was given to a trusted Lothian. If you defeated them, you might find the 4 quarters of the map. I don't mean to trouble you further.
Hey. Better stop that. Look, there's somebody in this room. Alright, we're not going to get into their battle. But, I don't think these guys are going to be too difficult, so we could just throw out a Tempest. I think my base Tempest... Okay, dude. Never mind. I was going to say, I think my base Tempest will be able to defeat them, even though they are fire. Let's try that again. That's one of the good things about Storm, is that we have a Tempest, which could be used at any pip level. Okay. We got the boots again, which is interesting. I don't know. Well, whatever. I was gonna say, I don't know if that will be good, technically. Alright. Try Tempest again. Okay, so that one was without a crit. This one is with the crits. And yeah, good stuff. Wow, I need to fight them again? Are you kidding me, dude? That's crazy. Having too much success where the game is like, you know what? We're gonna nerf you by not giving you what you want. And we're gonna have someone come in late to the battle. Okay, at least the enemy was kind enough to pass his turn. Sometimes the AI is too good. The AI is helping me get what I need. Except dropping the items. In that case, it doesn't. But in other ways where it's like, you know what? We're waiting for my friend. My best friend is going to come, and he's also going to help me defeat you. Little do you know, I am more powerful than you. Anyways, let's go ahead and go back to the lieutenant.
You found where the treasure is hid? It's not ideal, but it's a sight better than empty hands. I can make hide nor hair of this map without a compass. Can you help find our compass from where it was taken? We've heard tell that a Piscean commander named Acastus Hexfin had it in his keeping. He patrols the Barbican, the terrace, the mezzanine, and the concourse are his usual haunts.
Do you have to mark this? Okay, so we got more Stormlords, which is kind of nice. Don't think that we're gonna get enough to actually, you know, upgrade Stormlord, but it's cool that Quest give it to us. We need like 75 for it to activate, but again, it's just nice that they give it to us. Is it gonna be up there? Is it? Oh, okay, there's a way to go up. Wait, is it not up here? Oh, it's not. Okay, never mind. JK. There's a bunch of enemies right there, too. It's actually insane. Also, what's more insane is that we're actually getting XP now. Well, we were getting XP and the other stuff, but we're actually getting a decent amount that doing all these quests is gonna level us up now. So, that is kind of nice. I'm pretty sure that maybe after this we might have a level. We only need 2k XP and we're getting 4.
No sign of Acastus Hexfin here.
So yeah, it's pretty good. 60, but 1 is going to be a weird level. Like I said, I don't think the levels really matter so much anymore, because as far as gear wise, there's always set gears levels that we need to actually like upgrade our gear and whatnot. And I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure that Waterworks gear works until level 100. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah.
Acastus Hexfin isn't here either.
And the real question is, where is this guy? Acastus? Hello? Where are you?
No sign of a Castus Hexfin here.
Okay, so we got a little sigil that we need to enter here. I wonder what kind of boss this guy's going to be.
Did those waterlogged old buccaneers send you after their compass? I'll send you back where you came from.
Okay, so we got some ice here. We're gonna have to throw in a little bit more spells here. So let's do something along the lines of that, maybe. And let's go. I can't wait until battles actually start getting a little bit more interesting. In the fact that we have to be a little bit more strategic with what we do. And now, it might be a while before we get there, but I believe the next world is where things are going to start getting a little bit more interesting. Because of how mechanics are going to start popping up to certain fights. But, like I said, it's probably going to be a while, because I'm going to go back after we finish Celestia to the old stuff that got added and go from there. Because I should probably take a look at Spellements and how that system works. Again, that's probably even in the far future too. But we also need to go do the side quest that got added, you know, since I've been gone for like a few years, whatever. So yeah, that's gonna be kind of fun. I guess we're just gonna go ahead and do a tower show this turn. Because we need another pip for Stormlord. Oh, if he does a tower show, that's gonna actually... Okay. I forget with the ice enemies that they could do tower shields sometimes. What is that? What is this? Okay. That's a little important. Do I just throw out a Tempest, maybe? It will take out the trash. Alright. YOLO, I'm gonna take it out, or take out the trash mobs at least. It's unfortunate that I didn't get Stormlord. I think that would have been a lot better in my opinion, but sometimes my pip chance is bad. Alright, so we need probably a trident. Wait, he's converting it to fire. We probably just need a trident here, and then that will be able to finish the job. It's actually going to be a pretty good sized attack. I think my resistance is the same across the board, so regardless it doesn't matter, but that was actually pretty decent. Oh, and our pet has uniform, which is actually an AoE heal, but that pretty much just healed me all the way back up. Alright, there we go. We're gonna throw out this Triton. It should do enough damage even without a crit and without being... Okay. Enchanted with the sun. I guess let's throw out Stormlord because it does have a little bit more damage now. And it gives us stun. Then it goes to go ahead and crit. Yeah, maybe I should have waited for Stormlord now thinking about it, but whatever. Sometimes it just be like that. Alright, so let's go ahead and speak to the lieutenant here. Actually, I think I have a mark to it, right?
You got our compass back. It's a little bent and dinged up, but it still points true. While ye were away, I had a word with our captain, Queen Calypso. She shares the name of the ship. She said she'll help you, but only if you can prove your mettle in battle. That means you must cross swords, or wands, or what have you, with Queen Calypso herself. She's a wily one, and won't be an easy mark, so best of luck to you. She awaits you at the bow of the ship.
Alright, so we got more Stormlords, which, yeah, let's go ahead and actually just take a look at that real quick, because I am curious on how Stormlord gets upgraded. Oh, okay, so again, just damage, and then the other one just does PvP stuff, which I don't know. Also, there's this icon that says no PvP, essentially, and then, yeah, you could tell the other one is PvP focused. But anyways, alright, so let's go find the queen. Where is she? Let's open up the map. Oh, unfortunately, we don't get a map here. Hello.
I am Queen Calypso. My ship and soul are intertwined, and I rule these seas. Who are you to challenge me in my place of power?
Okay. Is that enough? I don't even know. Alright, let's do it. Okay. How much health do you have? Okay, that's actually not too bad. Let's go ahead and put this on you. We'll save that. We'll go ahead and blade up. And, okay, I'm gonna wait for Stormlord. We're not gonna do what I did in the other battle. And I don't think that there's anything really that could counter me too much, besides maybe a tower shield from the ice guy. But other than that, this battle should be pretty straightforward. We'll go ahead and wait for the game to load. Might be too fast for the game. Too much of a speedrunner. JK, I'm not, but yeah. It's also kind of nice to see all these spells again. Oh, wait, this actually does other spell. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, it's kind of nice to see the spells that I haven't seen in like so long. But never mind. He just did a spell that, you know, is different than what I'm used to. Anyways, all right. So he does have a stun resist, but this is most likely going to eliminate both of them. Yes, very nicely done. Alright, so I got a lot of stuff here. Shark Tooth, I don't think I've ever seen that. A Fire Skull, Mid Skull, Fire Dragon, we are not fire, Cyclops, Sunbird, Ice, and Stone Colossus. None of the spellements that we actually need. But I believe you could actually trade them between, you know, skulls or whatever, but yeah, we're not doing that. Anyways.
I am taken aback at your skill with magic. You have won my respect. United, we are unassailable. For long years, the crustaceans feared our intervention. Our time has come! You provided Lieutenant Defoe with a treasure map. It points at the crustaceans' treasury. Only the Lothians would think to hide our treasure back in the treasury from whence they took it. Journey now to the treasury and recover our treasure. If it is restored, we will lend you our blades.
Okay. We got a chest there. Some more Stormlord spellements. I'm curious about what's in the second chest. We're going to throw in 25, sure. We got a Shark Tooth. Oh. We got some Vampire. Is there anything actually for us? Maybe this is a boss to actually farm spellements. I will take note of that, because these are actually pretty good, right? Like, I mean, you're probably gonna need like a mess load of them. Like I only got one, and I believe you have to learn the first one anyways, but doing like compare and contrast, it looks like we need 75 for the base one. Yeah, look, even Storm Shark right here is 75. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that there's a proper place to... What's his lever do?
So, you wish to test your mettle against me once more?
Oh, my bad, I didn't want to do that. I was just... I saw the lever and I wanted to pull it. It was a mistake. Maybe I'll come farm this. But anyways, we gotta head to the treasury and continue on with the quest line. So let's go ahead and exit here. And we're gonna go ahead and head on over there. But for the most parts, I think we're getting close to finishing off Celestia, which is pretty good. I think next episode we're gonna try to do a big like jump to what I believe is the final dungeon, and then yeah. Anyways, the treasure chest that I found earlier that was just randomly there. If only I could pick it up earlier. Anyways, let's go ahead and go back to the queen, and we will end the episode off there. I'm actually curious, am I gonna have to fight her again because I pulled the lever? That's gonna be pretty interesting to see if it saved essentially the data that I loaded up earlier. That's actually gonna be pretty funny. I just wanted to know what the lever was. Forgive me for my curiosity. Anyways, let's see. Is she up here ready for battle? Hello? Okay, no, she's not. Cool. Wait, there's a book here. Oh, no. We haven't done any side quests. Okay. Anyways, that's gonna go ahead and be it for this episode. In the next episode, we're gonna make hopefully a big push towards the end of Celestia, and then after Celestia, I am going to go back to the other worlds to finish basically all the side quests that either got added when I wasn't playing, or you know, the ones that I missed. And boy, is there a lot. And it might be a while before we actually get to the new world once we finish Celestia, but I have to do all this stuff because I want to do it. Also, I should talk about like waterworks here. Maybe I'll do a waterworks run just to show how it is. But my main thing is kind of gonna want to look into magic weaving or spell weaving. But yeah, and you know, it's after Dragonspire, whatever. We'll get into that a little bit later. Anyways, that's gonna go ahead and be it. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did enjoy, go ahead and leave a like down below, and any comments that you may have for me, something I may have missed, or anything else. With that being said, I hope you all have a beautiful day and a wonderful night. Until next time, I have been KV, and I am out. Peace.